This is the B29 Superfortress. This was the plane that pretty much ended World War II in the Pacific and destroyed virtually every city in Japan. It came with a number of innovations that allowed it to fly at over 30,000 feet. So flying that high, the Japanese Zeros could get up there, but they immediately started back down, so they really couldn't do anything about it. Not that Japan had any pilots left to fly. And air artillery couldn't hit it, so it just rained over the skies. And it could fly 5,000-mile missions, so much further than any other plane before it. Had a number of innovations. One was the tricycle carriage for the wheels. It was double wheels on all three, and it wasn't a tail dragger like the B-17. It was flying on its nose, a tricycle they call it. And those are double wheels, which was kind of a new thing. Certainly at that size they were new. The plane was bigger than any other plane that we had built. Wingspan was like 150 feet. It also was pressurized and had innovative guns that were fired from inside remotely. No one was out here kind of in the wind firing these guns. And when I say pressurized, it was double pressurized. There were two sections. There was a front section that was pressurized with the pilots and the forward gunners, and the rear gunners were in their own section. And why were they separated? Well, especially in this, a few of them, it was built with one giant bomb bay underneath it that, in just a few, could carry one giant bomb. We gotta get it out of here. This is, come on, baby. This is the device, and otherwise known as Little Boy. And so a number of these were designed without these gunners except for the tail gun, and that allowed it to be lighter, and thus it could carry this very heavy bomb. This is the first nuclear weapon that was dropped on Hiroshima from the most famous airplane of all time, the Enola Gay, which was a B-29. And this bomb fell from 31,000 feet roughly to about 1,800 feet and then detonated in the air. A friend of mine who's on Facebook, her father helped design this thing. Anyway, this was the plane that ended World War II with that. The Enola Gay, a B-29 Superfortress.
What was the most challenging part of this build?
Most challenging part of the build was definitely the nose. This thing's just basically a tube, and so to create that effect, I guess this came from the Millennium Falcon. All my Legos come on eBay in giant batches, so I just figured out a way to work that into it and make it look like a rounded canopy. But I think this is from the Millennium Falcon. That was the most difficult thing. Also, fairly difficult having a big bomb bay in the middle of it, and having the wings be there. So,
good job, Boo.
thank you, Boo.